Hello everyone, I'm Joy Holt and this is Monday with the Mayor. We're here in Huntingburg today with Mayor Denny Spinner. Hi Denny.
How are you today?
Very good. How about yourself?
Doing well. Good to see you again.
Yes. How was your 4th of July?
Excellent. We had a great time, a lot of activity in town, a lot of great fun going on in town. Plus I took a little time away with my family and it was just a wonderful week.
It's hard to come back after that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, as usual, yes. All right, so let's get down to business.
Okay.
You are facing here in the community the stellar projects you just said we're going to end in 2018.
Correct.
And last month, the council has approved the Main Street Economic Development Area, which
Correct.
is something to move forward. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
We are, as you said, 2018 is the end of our official designation as a stellar community. It took us about 2 years of planning to get the stellar strategic investment plan in place. So as we look forward to beyond stellar, we asked the council and our redevelopment commission, said, what is the areas where we think our next focus should be? If you recall, earlier this year, we had a public meeting where we did the typical, what are the ideas that you would want if we could develop next? And the area that was identified as the next major area of emphasis was our Main Street corridor. Main Street is the main street. It's where the most traffic in town goes through. And so the stellar projects have kind of been around that area, but not focused specifically on Main Street. So the thought was, what can we do to enhance development along that corridor in the future? So after that public hearing, we had a great input. We had a terrific turnout at Old Town Hall and heard a lot of ideas. So the steps that we needed to take to make that officially happen was to establish what we called the Main Street Economic Development Area. The area basically runs from 1st Street on the south all the way to 22nd Street on the north, and give or take about a block each side of Main. So that whole corridor was identified as an economic development area. It took action from our redevelopment commission. It took action from the planning commission, who verified that indeed this was part of our master plan, as part of the comprehensive plan. And it took action from the city council to say, this is the area that we designate. But with that designation, really all it does is opens up that area for development of any kind, and opens up that area for the use of a variety of economic development tools to support projects in that designated area. I think probably the best example that we can use is, if you think about 5 years ago, we designated the St. Joseph Hospital property as an economic development area. As a result of that, the Miller Valentine project that provides the senior housing as part of the hospital has happened because it was in an area designated for economic development. So we're hoping that this same development, this same designation along Main Street will encourage those who might want to invest in Huntingburg to give them a little more incentive to do that. What tools we can use when someone comes to us is basically an open book. We can start talking to the state. We can have local tools. We can do anything that we can. But because it's designated as a development area, that gives us that option.
An option that wouldn't have been there beforehand, correct?
Correct. An option that would not be there before. There could be, let's say a private firm would want to come in and develop a property along Main Street. Certainly they could do that on their own. But being in an economic development area now gives us the options of some of the different economic development tools that the state of Indiana has and the city of Huntingburg has to maybe move that project to the next level. For example, again, going back to the Miller Valentine project at the Lofts of St. Joseph, it was eligible for state tax credits because it was in an economic development area. Now, I think part of the reason that Main Street was identified is we see that as the retail corridor for the city. We're also honest enough to say there are challenges along the corridor right now. There are properties that are not developed as we would like. And giving that opportunity for an economic development impact area to have those tools available might make those properties a little bit more open for redevelopment.
That sounds wonderful.
Right.
Always moving forward here in Huntingburg.
Well, we're like I say, we see that designation for stellar. We've had a lot of focus on it, and there's been a lot of things happen. But we have to start looking ahead beyond that. And I think the council, our citizens have pretty well said, this is where we need to go next, and this was a good move to keep Huntingburg progressing and really make it the type of community that people find very, very attractive to not only come visit, but to stay in.
Yes.
We have to have the kind of amenities along our main streets that attract people. It's no question that traveling along Main Street as a pedestrian has some challenges.
Right. Yes.
So
yes.
with this development area designated, there might be some options for state funding for trails and type of thing, which it would not have qualified before. So trying to make that more attractive, not only for travel by vehicles, but travel by pedestrians, is a major goal in this.
That's wonderful. I
Right.
think people will be glad to hear about that.
We're looking forward to seeing what can happen next.
Well, good.
Yep.
And speaking of making it easier for people to travel, you're going to have a lot of people out walking around this weekend.
We are going to have a busy downtown again this weekend.
Yeah.
It's always great to have a busy downtown, but this is a big event, and we missed. We had some poor weather in the spring,
Yes.
and unfortunately, the Garden Gate Wine and Jazz Festival had to be postponed, not canceled.
Right.
And this is the postponed date. It is coming up this weekend. We will have the Wine and Jazz Festival, the Garden Gate Festival, going on this weekend. It starts off with the merchants having the sidewalk sales on Friday. So come on down on Friday and visit all the merchants. They're still going to be open on Saturday during the Garden Gate Festival. But the Garden Gate Wine and Jazz Fest has become one of the premier social events in Huntingburg and in southwestern Indiana. I think people really enjoy this event. Of course, by its name alone, the Wine and Jazz Festival. Well, we have wine.
What can be bad?
we have jazz,
Right.
But we also have more than that. We have a 5K run or a 5 and 10K run. The all jazzed up run will happen at 8:45 in the morning. The arts gardens will open up. There'll be artisans in available for people to come and visit. There's food. What's a festival without food?
Yeah, really.
Lots of food vendors down in the Market Street area, and of course the music starts in the afternoon. All the way from noon to 8 o'clock. A lot of great jazz artists, our professional artists are coming in. A lot of local talent. I know the Jasper High School Jazz Ensemble has been part of this from the beginning. So a lot of local talent, a lot of great professional talent. Just a great place to come and visit with your friends and have a good day in Huntingburg. I'm just one of the nicest events of the year.
Yeah, I can't wait to come down.
Yeah.
I was so sad it rained that weekend. I was like, man, I was really looking forward to that. So are you guys going to have local wineries here as well?
There's wineries from around southern Indiana.
Okay.
I think there's a dozen wineries that have signed up. The Chamber of Commerce, this is their event. They've done a tremendous job of promoting it, and they try to keep the vendors at a number to make it kind of so they don't get too many. It's a right size vendors. Sure. But there's local wineries, but there's some as far away as the Indianapolis area. So you get a variety. We want to support the local ones as well, but we have a variety of wineries from across southern Indiana. And you don't realize Indiana is one of the premier small winery states. I mean, it's something that's really, if you travel the state, you can go about anywhere and visit a winery. So you'll have a good local flavor, but also a chance to maybe try some wineries from just outside the area. But they're all Indiana wineries, and we want to support Indiana. And it's a great event. And really, I say this. You think about the Market Street Park project, which is being launched as part of the Stellar. This event was kind of the catalyst for thinking about Market Street as a venue. The committee, the chamber has done a tremendous job of making this event work in the space, but by the next time when Market Street Park is completed, it won't have to be made to work. It will be designed for an event such as this. And I just see, again, the foresight of the people who brought this committee together to do this was amazing. It's a catalyst to greater things in Huntingburg, and I think you're going to see this grow and grow for years to come. So thanks to the committee for their foresight, and they made a tremendous donation to Stellar and Market Street as a result of this. So just invite everybody to come out and support
come
the
see
event.
it this year.
It's
and
great.
Then next year, when you come, you can come see
you can see the new Market Street Park as part of it. There is an admission.
Okay.
There is an admission. For a general admission is for $5, and for $15 you have the sampling admission. So if you want to just come and listen to the music and check out the art vendors and things like the food vendors, it's a $5 charge. $15 gets you the armband to allow you to taste the wines and sample that. and just have a great day. So it's a great event. I think we're going to have adequate weather this time.
Yeah, it looks like it, yes. It's
and we just look forward to
weekend.
seeing everybody come down and see the downtown and be part of a great community celebration here in Huntingburg.
That sounds great.
All right.
I'm excited.
Me too.
I hope everybody comes.
Y'all come.
Yes. Thank you so much, Denny, for being with us today.
No problem.
And this has been Monday with the Mayor. I'm Joy Holt.